Have you ever played any video game? Did you ever think about how it all started? Well, our journey begins in the mid-20th century, the 1950s to be precise, when the first video game, Tennis for Two, was conceived. Created by physicist William Higginbotham, this game was far from the immersive experiences we know today, but it was a spark that ignited the flame. As we moved into the 1960s, the concept of arcade games began to take root. These machines, often found in shopping malls and amusement parks, became a popular form of entertainment. But the real game changer arrived in 1972, when the first home console, the Magnavox Odyssey, made its debut. This revolutionary device brought the arcade experience into living rooms, marking a significant milestone in the evolution of video games. And thus began a revolution in the world of entertainment, setting the stage for an industry that would ultimately become a juggernaut. But how did we go from simple tennis games to the crazy complex games we see today? The answer lies in the golden age of arcade games that kicked off in the 1980s. This era was a turning point as it witnessed the creation of some truly iconic games that would forever change the landscape of gaming. Imagine walking into an arcade filled with the inviting sounds of Pac-Man, the thrilling challenges of Donkey Kong, and the captivating world of Space Invaders. These games were more than just pixels on a screen. They were worlds to explore, adventures to embark on, and stories to be a part of. But these games did more than just entertain. They started to establish gaming as a mainstream hobby, attracting people from all walks of life. They built a community, a culture, a whole new world that transcended the physical confines of the arcade. These games weren't just a way to pass the time, they were a cultural phenomenon. However, the gaming landscape was about to change dramatically. As the late 80s rolled around, a seismic shift occurred in the gaming world with the advent of home consoles. Giants of the industry, Nintendo and Sega, introduced the Nintendo Entertainment System and the Sega Genesis respectively. For the first time, gamers didn't need to venture to the local arcade to quench their thirst for digital adventure. They could now embark on these quests from the comfort of their own living rooms. This period witnessed the birth of iconic franchises that would define a generation. Nintendo's Super Mario Bros. Introduced us to a plucky plumber with a penchant for princess saving, while Sega's Sonic the Hedgehog gave us a speedy blue critter with an attitude to match. The impact of these home consoles was profound. Video games were no longer confined to arcades. They were now a part of our homes. But the gaming industry wasn't done evolving. As the 90s rolled around, the world of video games was about to experience another seismic shift. This was the time when three-dimensional gaming started to take center stage. Two consoles were at the forefront of this revolution, the Sony PlayStation and the Nintendo 64. These machines brought 3D gaming into living rooms worldwide, forever changing the landscape of video gaming. The PlayStation, with its superior CD-ROM technology, introduced us to the iconic Final Fantasy VII, a game that utilized 3D graphics to create an immersive and expansive world. Meanwhile, the Nintendo 64 gave us The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, a game that is still regarded today as one of the greatest ever made. These games were more than just visually stunning. They offered a depth of gameplay and storytelling that was previously unimaginable. 3D gaming didn't just change how games looked, it changed how we played them. Fast forward to the present day, and the world of gaming is almost unrecognizable. It's as if we've leaped light years ahead from the pixelated ghosts of Pac-Man and the falling blocks of Tetris. Take online gaming, for instance. It's surged in popularity, connecting players from all corners of the globe in a way that was once thought impossible. Games like Fortnite have become cultural phenomena, with millions of players logging in daily to compete, collaborate, and create in a vibrant virtual world. Then there's the world of mobile gaming. It's not just about passing the time anymore. It's about diving into rich, immersive experiences right from our smartphones. The accessibility and convenience of mobile gaming have made it a hit among casual and hardcore gamers alike. Games like Among Us, with its engaging social dynamics, have shown us that a game doesn't need high-end graphics or complex mechanics to captivate millions. And of course, we can't talk about modern gaming without mentioning the rise of virtual reality. VR gaming, like The Witcher 3, has taken immersion to a whole new level. With a headset and controllers, players can step directly into the game world, interacting with the environment in ways that were once the stuff of science fiction. But it's not just about new platforms or more players, it's about how technology has pushed the boundaries of what's possible in a game. From the photorealistic environments of Red Dead Redemption 2 to the sprawling, procedurally generated universe of No Man's Sky, games today are more immersive, more realistic, and more awe-inspiring than ever before. Yet for all this progress, one thing remains constant: the joy of play. Whether it's conquering a tricky level, unraveling a compelling story, or simply exploring a beautiful world, the magic of gaming lies in its ability to captivate and inspire. Gaming has come a long way from its humble beginnings, and who knows where it will go next. So, there you have it, the evolution of video games in a nutshell. We've journeyed through the decades, starting from the 1950s where it all began with simple, pixelated games like Tennis for Two. Then we entered the golden age of arcade games, where classics like Pac-Man and Tetris ruled the roost. The next era brought us home consoles, making gaming a household hobby. Games like Super Mario Bros. And Zelda became staples in every gamer's collection. The advent of 3D gaming added a new dimension to our virtual adventures, with Tomb Raider and Final Fantasy setting the bar high. And now, we're in the modern era of gaming, a time of sprawling open worlds, stunning graphics, and immersive storytelling, with games like The Witcher 3 leading the charge. From the simple Tennis for Two to the sprawling open worlds of The Witcher 3, video games have indeed come a long way. And if history is any indication, the future of gaming is bound to be even more exciting. Stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe to History Hub for more interesting content.